It's 2:17 in the morning. The house is completely still. Your body is heavy with exhaustion, but your mind, well, your mind has other plans. It's replaying a conversation from 3 weeks ago. It's worrying about an email you need to send tomorrow. It's asking, what if, about a decision you made 10 years ago. The world is sleeping, but your thoughts are wide awake. If this feels familiar, you're not on your own. For many people, this kind of overthinking becomes more common after 50. And when it happens, it's easy to assume something is wrong, that you're losing your grip, that your mind is becoming noisy or unreliable. But what if we looked at this differently? What if the rising volume in your mind is not a sign of decline, but a sign of a life that has been fully lived? Not a failure, but a testament. In this quiet space together, we're going to gently explore why overthinking often increases after 50, especially at night. And more importantly, we'll talk about calm, simple ways to relate to your thoughts, not as an enemy to be defeated, but as something trying to communicate with you. The goal here isn't to empty your mind. It's to find a new kind of quiet within it. When your mind becomes a library, to understand why overthinking can intensify after 50, it helps to think of your mind not as something failing, but as something full. Imagine your mind as a library you've been building your entire life. Every decision that you've made, every conversation you've replayed, every joy, every regret, they all have a place on the shelves. In your younger years, that library was smaller. Fewer shelves, fewer files to manage. But after decades of living, the shelves are full. And when the world goes quiet, especially at night, your mind starts wandering the aisles. It pulls down old memories, reopens unfinished questions, revisits moments that still feel unresolved. This isn't your mind turning against you. It's your mind doing what it has always done, trying to protect you by reviewing what it already knows. The trouble is, reviewing isn't the same as resolving. And when you're tired, your mind doesn't always know the difference. So, when you find yourself overthinking, see it for what it truly is. Not weakness, but accumulation. You are not broken. You are full. The nighttime trap. There's a particular cruelty to when overthinking shows up. Just when you need rest the most, when the house finally falls silent, your inner world becomes loud. This isn't random. It's the nighttime trap. During the day, your attention is pulled in many directions. Conversations, tasks, noise, movement. All of this gives your mind somewhere to rest its focus. But at night, those distractions fade. You lie down, the lights go out, the world stops asking anything of you. And in that quiet, your mind fills the space. Old worries surface. Unfinished business taps on the door. Questions you can't answer at 2:17 in the morning suddenly feel urgent. Overthinking creates the illusion of control. By mentally wrestling with a problem, it feels like you're doing something, even though you're lying completely still. It's a way of avoiding the discomfort of not being able to act right now. And your body joins in. Your breathing becomes shallow. Your chest feels tight. Your heart may beat faster. Your body believes there is a real threat. That's why nighttime overthinking feels so physical. But there is good news. This loop can be gently interrupted. Not by fighting it, but by acknowledging it. One of the simplest tools is to give your mind a place to set things down. Keep a small notebook by your bed. When a thought starts looping, write it down. You're not solving it. You're shelving it for the morning. You're telling your mind, I see this. I'll come back to it when I'm rested. Often, that's enough to let the noise soften. From why to what? Once you understand what's happening, the next step is learning how to work with your thoughts instead of getting stuck inside them. A powerful shift begins with the kinds of questions you ask yourself. Overthinking is usually built on why questions. Why did I say that? Why can't I stop worrying? Why does this keep happening to me? These questions feel important, but they rarely lead anywhere useful. They keep you circling the story of the problem. The way out is to gently shift toward what questions. What is one small thing I can do about this? What actually needs my attention right now? What would help me feel steadier in this moment? What questions are grounding? They bring you back into the present. Instead of, "Why am I anxious about this meeting?" you might ask, "What would help me feel a bit more prepared?" Instead of, "Why can't I stop worrying about my health?" you might ask, "What reliable information would help me understand this better?" This small shift moves you from feeling trapped by your thoughts to feeling quietly capable again. There's another question that can be especially calming when your thoughts feel overwhelming. What would make me feel proud of how I handled this when I look back on it a year from now? This isn't about getting the perfect outcome. It's about choosing who you want to be in the middle of uncertainty. When your mind is noisy, you've often lost touch with what truly matters to you. Values like kindness, integrity, patience, or courage. Asking what reconnects you to those values. It gives your thoughts direction instead of letting them spiral. Gentle tools for a quieter mind. Understanding all of this is the first step. The next is building a kinder relationship with your mind. Here are a few gentle tools you can try. Not all at once, just one at a time. The first is scheduled worry. Choose a specific time during the day, perhaps 20 minutes in the afternoon, and make it your official worry time. When a worry shows up outside that window, acknowledge it and say, "Not now. I'll come back to you later." This teaches your mind that there's a time and place for problem solving, and that the rest of the time, it can rest. The second is a body reset. Your thoughts and your body are always talking to each other. When you notice some tension, just pause. Open your chest, roll your shoulders back, take a slow breath in, and make your exhale slightly longer than your inhale. This simple act signals safety to your body, and when your body feels safe, your mind often follows. The third is conscious redirection. When a repetitive thought appears, don't fight it. Instead, gently ask, "How could this thought be more helpful?" You're not rejecting the thought. You're asking it to serve you better. The gift of a wise mind. Overthinking after 50 is not a descent into confusion. It's an invitation into a different kind of clarity. The noise you hear isn't a sign that your mind is breaking. It's a sign that it's rich with experience. You're not declining it. You're integrating. The real gift of this stage of life is learning that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that holds them. You get to decide which thoughts deserve your energy and which can be gently set down. This is what a wise mind looks like. Not a silent mind, but a mind that understands its own rhythms. Be patient with yourself. Choose one small tool. Practice it kindly. You're not silencing your wisdom. You're learning how to hear it more clearly. And if time spent here helps you feel a little steadier, a little less alone, you're always welcome back.